Am I happy that I cut my dreads off? Yes. Was it scary as shit? Oh my god, yeah. And I totally didn't expect it.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have these secrets.
Today's video is going to be about why I chopped off all my dreadlocks. I've got more videos on minimalism, simple living, travel, more in my Why I Don't series. I've got all that stuff coming, but I figured if I didn't put out a video about why I chopped off my hair, people might start asking questions. Quick things before I start. If you haven't started following me on Instagram and want to see what I'm up to in my day-to-day life, Simple Living 13 is my tag. If you want to check out my program Simplify, which is designed to help you get in touch with what it is you're really wanting from life and just start overhauling and living a badass existence, check that out. It's discounted for this whole month because you guys seemed to like that so much last time. And I'm going to be presenting at the Woodstock Fruit Festival coming up. I'll be teaching acro classes with Connor McMillan. We're also going to be offering a presentation and Q&A on inspiring authentic relationships. I'll have a video coming out just on the Woodstock Fruit Festival and what it's all about soon. But if you know about it and want to get in on that, or if you want to learn more about it, check out the woodstockfruitfestival.com and use this discount code to get $100 off through me, and I also get $100 kickback, so it's a win-win. If you've been waiting to hear about my hair, here goes. A few days ago, I had 35 dreadlocks down to about here. Actually, I still have them. There we go. These dreads were all on my head a few days ago, and now they're not. I had my dreadlocks for about 6 years, and it was such a fun journey. I'm so glad I went for it. I went for it 6 years ago because I realized I was wanting them for so long, and I got to the point where it was like, wait, why don't I just do it? And that was one of the first big, exciting changes I made to my life that felt really empowering, and I feel like played a huge role in changing the course of my existence. It wasn't so important that I had dreadlocks or not, it was just that I took this big leap into the unknown and magic started to unfold. I've been feeling it slowly creep on, this desire to change my hair, and in the last month it's really kicked in. You may have noticed I first shaved the sides of my head. I did one side first and then the other side, and I was rocking a couple of undercuts with my dreadlocks. And that was a lot of fun, but it's summer here in Austin, Texas, and it's hot. Now, I don't feel like the dreadlocks were particularly hot, but my body gets hot, and so that means I like to jump into the springs a lot, once or twice a day sometimes, and coming out with wet hair and having to deal with that, especially when I'm doing a lot of acrobatics, can be a pain in the butt. It was also annoying overall just with acrobatics to have this ton of hair that I had to tie up with multiple hair elastics every time I wanted to play. It's funny because there's this move called a whip where I have to whip through my bass's legs, and I learned it with a huge pile of dreads on my head, and my poor partners, while I was learning it, I was literally whipping them in the junk every time until I learned to pike my legs enough. Those are two of the big reasons why it's really helpful for me logistics-wise not to have dreadlocks right now. But as I was saying, beyond that, there's just been this feeling, it's time for a change. I feel like dreadlocks really suited me 6 years ago when I got them, and over time I've changed a lot, and they're just not feeling as inspiring for me anymore. I think dreads are amazing. I still love them. I still really appreciate them on others. And for me, it felt like time for something different. I totally could have combed out all my dreads, this I know. And I thought about that for a while over time, thinking, what will I do when I don't have dreads anymore? And it's a process. It takes some time. I think ultimately I wanted to try something radically different. I wanted to see if I could rock the short hair because frankly, it kind of scares the shit out of me. When I was about 11 years old, I cut my hair really short. That was the last time I had really short hair. And everyone thought I was a boy. And it kind of was traumatic at the time. It was a little traumatic. I got called out for going in the girls' bathroom and stuff like that. And I was such a tomboy anyway, but I had a feminine side I really wanted to express and be seen for. In a way, I think I've been wondering what's still in there from that. I've also noticed how many women I'm super attracted to who are rocking short haircuts. I love their bold beauty. I love their exposure. I love how much more of them I get to appreciate. So a few days ago, inside of Winnie, with the wonderful help of Mr. Connor McMillan, we chopped my dreads down to, I don't know, about yay high, and then combed out the remaining ones since I had the sides shaved, while we watched episodes of Gilmore Girls for 4 hours. It was such a beautiful night, actually. It was a really cool experience, and there was an epic thunderstorm. I thought maybe something would come up for me, but I just felt so ready. I'd been feeling for weeks and the last few days before we did it, like, get them off my head. I just need them off my head. I'm done. It was so fun and crazy to be rocking this funky, like, Mohawk mullet for a few days before I had a hair appointment. And I liked the Mohawk mullet. That was cool. I could have stuck with that look too. But it was still long enough that it was getting in my face and I had to put it up to do acrobatics. And I really wanted to try the full-on short haircut. I didn't realize until after the experience how much my hair meant to me, how much having hair has been a part of my life. I don't know exactly how to share the experience that followed, but think it would be helpful to start by saying I couldn't have prepared myself for what came up for me after that. But it was intense, and it was an intense couple of days. I know I talk a lot about going for your dreams and taking leaps of faith sometimes and taking baby steps when you can. And this was a leap for me, and I didn't even realize that it was going to be such a big leap. After I did it, what came up for me, the best I could describe it, I guess, is almost like an unburdening of these parts of me that had been hanging on to things I didn't even realize. I felt naked and bare and unprotected and so vulnerable to be without this protective covering. And it didn't even feel so important that they were my dreads. It was just hair. I'd had hair for so long, ever since that time when I had felt ugly and vulnerable and not enough when I was younger. It felt like almost like a re-experiencing of some of that trauma and a letting go. And it presented such a beautiful time to take care of this younger child, me, who had that experience in the past. I was also experiencing this loss within me. It felt like deep sadness. Like I remember my breakups feeling like in the past, feeling lost, feeling a little bit lost. And I was also experiencing this like ghost limb thing where I kept thinking like I had to put my hair up or like trying to feel it around, and it'd be like, no, it's not there. I just felt totally different. I don't have a mirror in Winnie really, but when I would be in a bathroom inside or something, I would look at myself and feel like, oh my God, I don't have hair anymore. I'm like, who is that person? I really didn't recognize myself. And that was scary, man. That was just scary for some parts of me that must have been identifying with me as this visual, you know, what I visually saw and certain things I identified as me. And it was scary as hell for a couple of days to work through some of these emotions that came up. And like I said, there are so many, but that's just like a little sampling. And it actually has been the best experience. It's been such an amazing self-growth experience. I don't want to be defined by my hair. I don't want to feel held back or like I'm not enough because of an appearance that I choose. I want to feel like I can love myself fully all the time, and I can see my beauty and appreciate my beauty and see more of me and experience more of me. And I really do feel more raw and more open ever since this has all started to unfold. And I feel so grateful to have this platform and this space to share this personal experience with all of you, because you are all so beautiful, and a lot of you going through really vulnerable times as you make huge changes in your life. And this was an unexpected huge change for me, and I'm so grateful because I was just asking for an upgrade, and here it is. I've had more to dive into, more opportunities for appreciation of my life and all the beautiful things that are happening, more times to learn how to love myself when it's feeling hard or when I'm feeling like I'm not enough. I've gotten to experience uncertainty and doubt and regret and all these things that can sometimes come up with life changes. And this is all in regards to my hair. I mean, I would have thought that it would be not as big of a deal. This feels like in ways it's been a way bigger deal to me than, you know, changing my lifestyle or some other huge life changes. I'm so surprised and yeah, really grateful for the growth opportunity. And I feel, man, yeah, happier than ever, more present than ever, and more grateful than ever for everything that's come up. And I do love my hair. I'm really having so much fun having this super short hair. It's gonna be a really fun journey, you know, being with it and growing it out and whatever comes. There's lots of fun things you can do with short hair. It seems I can, you know, I could have a mohawk. I could do, you know, that, I could do some of that. And I'm sure that's just the beginning, but I mean, knowing me, I'll probably just keep it pretty simple. I'm sure there's more I could say. I'm sure I could have been more concise, but here you go. This is really, you know, the unplanned version of this story for all of you. Thank you, everyone, for your interest in what's going on in my personal life and my hair. Your response on Instagram has been overwhelming and beautiful. That's the unplanned version of this story. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for the opportunity to share this personal bit with you and share my vulnerability and to share my appreciation for all of you. I really have so much love for you all. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. I don't know if it'll be the next one or the one after, but a lot of you have been asking for a tour of Winnie, and it's totally coming. If you have requests for other videos, put them in the comment section down below, and I'll be back in touch with you soon. Sending so much love. Bye.